Let's get to the CCS, discussion that happened last night. The
ending budget woes.
Yes. It's so much money, $50 million that they have to try to resolve. That is a huge feat to undertake. And we know they've been trying to figure that out for a while now.
Oh, gosh, yes. It's been every bit of 2 years, at least.
I mean, they're closing schools. They're boarding them up. They're eliminating positions.
Some of the buildings they've decided to tear down because it's cheaper to tear them down than let them sit vacant.
Right. So they've been going through a lot over this last couple years. And there was a heated discussion last night at the Columbus City School Board meeting over employee health care costs.
Right. And it got so intense last night that at one point they had to call a recess to basically say, we got to pump the brakes. Let's walk away and cool off. So this is, as we said, part of that multi-million-dollar budget shortfall that they're dealing with. Amy Steigerwald breaks it down for us.
Tuesday night's meeting started with Columbus City School Board President Dr. Antoinette Miranda reading a statement on employee benefits, which acknowledged the higher projected cost for employee health care.
To be clear, in 2025, this $22.5 million went directly to our employees and their families' health care.
Dr. Miranda stated the overage was paid from the Insurance Reserve Fund and did not impact the classrooms or budget for this coming school year. Board member Brandon Simmons pushed back. Simmons has previously accused the board of mismanaging healthcare benefit funds.
It's really important the public understands that these are real costs we're going to see, and there's folks in the district who seem to think because we're self-insured that means we don't pay the premiums, but self-insurance still requires us, the employer, and our employees to pay the premium.
But Miranda says this is the fault of an external group and credited the district for catching the issue early.
This is something that is typical in an organization.
So this is all coming as the district is 2 weeks out from starting. Columbus City Schools goes back August 20th, or kind of starts their stagger-in process.
School already.
Right. And this got hot enough last night that they actually even tried to, there was a motion to censure one of the board members. That failed. But I mean, there's a lot of pressures going on in that district right now, because already earlier this year, it was May when they cut 299 positions out of the district. Most of those were vacant.
Yes.
But they got rid of, kind of rift these positions, reduction in force through open positions, people retiring.
I mean, it was like HR assistants jobs, custodians, bus mechanics, other teachers, counselors. But so it was kind of across the spectrum.
Right. But in the end, there were 112 people that lost their jobs. 104 of those were building substitutes. So those were full-time subs that stayed in the buildings and floated wherever they were needed. So those were just some of the cuts to begin that whole process. I mean, that was kind of the latest, I guess, the most recent way to shore up that $50 million. But we talked time again about some of the other ways that they've gone about that.
Right. And so, I mean, they've closed multiple buildings. They've cut dozens of admin staff, and they're cutting back on busing K-8 students as well. I know I've covered that a little bit. I think you have too.
Yeah.
Cities like Cincinnati and Dayton, those school systems there, they already kind of use the public bus
right, because
system.
Dayton cut high school transportation altogether.
Right, and they're using the RTA transit down there. But
it all goes
trying
back
to figure it out.
Yeah,
so I think when school starts, we'll start to see how some of these plans that they've put in place transpire, and if there's, students are struggling because of this, because obviously, they do not want the students to struggle from all of these cuts.
Right, because as Dr. Angela Chapman, the superintendent of Columbus City Schools, has said, the need is still there. Regardless of the funding level, the need for our students continues to stay the same. And Columbus City Schools admin has consistently blamed the budget situation on inadequate state funding from the General Assembly and the governor's office, because especially this past year of how Ohio changed how it funds schools.
Right.
And we've seen, all the big districts in the states especially really come up going, hey, this is a problem.
Right.
And as you mentioned, Cincinnati's dealing with it, Dayton, Cleveland schools.
And I mean, we even had the Pickerington superintendent on. They're asking for more money.
In 2 years, they'll be insoluble.
Right.
So
these school districts need financial help, and they're trying to make it work for these students. But I mean,
it's a complex and very deep issue.
Yeah, especially because these employees, they're like, we need healthcare. We need healthcare. That's a whole nother part
That's why I'm
of it
here
all.
is healthcare.
Yes, exactly.